Hi guys, Bob for Bob's Movie Review here, and today I'd like to review for you The Pyramid. Look at that scary face that was never in the movie. So I just checked this one out. I had been wanting to see it for a while. It wasn't really well promoted, and probably almost nobody out there has even heard of it. But I saw it came out, and I just thought it was a little too expensive, and I was waiting for it to come down. And then Best Buy had that super good deal for only $5, way lower than I could ever have imagined in my wildest dreams. But so I got it. Finally got to check it out. It's rated R with an 89-minute runtime, and this is kind of a adventure horror style movie starring Ashley Hinshaw, Dennis O'Hare, James Buckley, Christina Nicola, and Amir K. I think is the gist of the characters. So this movie felt a lot to me like As Above, So Below, because they both went underground and they were in like these small dark tunnels or caves, and there were spooky things happening. So this movie to me compares a lot to As Above, So Below. In some ways too, it also kind of felt like the Blair Witch, because basically there's this father and daughter archaeologist team, and they're in Egypt, and they're excavating this pyramid that they found using a satellite imagery. They briefly hit on that. It really wasn't explained. Not saying it's impossible, I'm just saying I don't know the science behind it. But they use a satellite to find things underground, and they find this pyramid. Now the interesting thing about this pyramid is pyramids are basically like four-sided. You know, there's like four triangles that fold in on each other. Well, this one had like one flat-sided and then two, so it's only three-sided, and they're like saying this predates all Egyptian history and changes everything we know about the Egyptians and all this stuff. So they sent in this like little Mars rover like remote control car, and then it got a little creepy. Like the guy's like drives it and watching this girl change, and I was like, what? This is totally going off track here. So like I say, they send it in, and not long after it gets in there, they lose touch with it, and they just see something flash across the screen. And there's also this whole thing going on where there's this war, and they have to evacuate by tomorrow. And okay, so there was this stuff in the air that was toxic, and when they unsealed the tomb, this guy was just like instantly killed, so they couldn't safely breathe in the air. Now they had this whole thing that I was pretty confused about, and they really don't reveal until the end, but there was like this tunnel that went down into to inside the bottom of the the pyramid. I'm sorry, I still don't get it exactly, but so they get inside the pyramid, and of course strange things start happening. And they keep seeing these things, and it's pretty easy to guess what they are. They're just like the Sphinx cats, and so they're afraid of them. And then they're trying to find a way back out. And basically, there's traps, and now it kind of has like a Tomb Raider feel, where there's like this sand trap and spikes in the ground and tunnels and like passageways and like air vents, and they're just trying to find a way out. Well, of course they start getting picked off one by one. They start falling down, and it kind of ends up being like this whole Egyptian mythology story. And well, it was interesting because like the pyramids are really interesting. Even today we don't really understand how they were even created, and there's this whole mystery behind them, and it was probably aliens for all I know. Seems the most logical to me. That made it interesting, but I don't feel like it was as good as Above, So Below. I liked that one more. I had more fun on that one. It was a lot creepier and scarier. This one to me really wasn't that creepy or scary. The CGI was questionable in a lot of places, and it is a fun little, horror adventure, but to me, it didn't have the scares, didn't have the creepiness. There's several attempts at jump scares. I only thought one was any good. And what I did really like about this movie, though, is it doesn't make you guess. They come right out and they tell you exactly, oh, this is why this is happening. This is what's going on. They don't leave you like as above, so below, where you're just like, what? What's going on? And if you stick around till after the credits, there's an additional ending, maybe possibly hinting at a sequel. I liked it. I like that additional ending. But I think this one's worth checking out, guys. I didn't think it was super great, but I did think it was, it was okay. It was average. So I'm gonna give this one a 5.5 out of 10. And that means I give it a 0.5 recommendation. Just kidding. I don't know what that means. I want to thank you guys for watching. If you guys enjoyed this review, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you guys have seen this movie, I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on it. What you guys thought of it. Did you guys like it? Did you think it was bad? If you haven't already, subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you guys next time. If you're interested, be sure to subscribe on YouTube, follow on Facebook, follow on Twitter, and follow on Instagram.